Welcome back to Firearm 411. Before we get started, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please take just a second to hit the subscribe button. So today I want to be talking a little more about my Sig P320 Compact. I made a video about a month ago about this gun, and chances are you probably did not see it because pretty much nobody watched that video. And in that video I explained the reasons that I wanted a Sig P320, which I'll briefly go over here, and maybe a few more people will hear it. And I railed on pretty hard about all the controversy surrounding the Sig P320 and their supposed self-firing, and talked about my opinion on that video. I do realize I forgot to put a link to an article in that video, which I need to go back and do. But to sum things up, I don't think the Sig P320s are just shooting on their own. I won't go into all the stuff I went into on that video. You can watch that video if you want. I'll try to put it at the end of this video if you want to see it. But I do want to go over some of the changes that I made to my Sig P320 Compact. And it was a Sportsman's Warehouse exclusive that really just wasn't available. They did have the low capacity 10 round variant available, but I wanted the 21 round capacity model. After waiting for those to come back into stock, they never did, so I went ahead and purchased a Sig P320 Compact. One thing that my son had done on his Sig P320X carry right away was he changed out the grip module for a Wilson Combat grip module. And I did notice right away that my Sig P320 Compact was not quite as comfortable the first time I took it to the range. So I have done a little work here on mine, and I replaced the stock grip module with a Wilson Combat grip module. And I'll show you what I was talking about. When I grip the stock P320 grip module, you can see that basically my thumb and my middle finger nails line up. When I grip the Wilson Combat grip module, it's not a huge difference, but you'll notice my thumb nail is a little further ahead of my middle finger. And that made a lot of difference in how comfortable it was to shoot. So I did switch that out for a Wilson Combat, what is this, a WCP 320 grip module. And I gotta say, I like it. It really made a big difference in how well I can grip this gun. The second thing that I did was I ordered a gas pedal. My son put an aftermarket gas pedal on his Sig, and I really liked it. And the ability to rest my thumb on that gas pedal made my accuracy really good with his gun. So that was something that I wanted to do. This is not is it Go gas pedal or something like that? And I think they also sell those through Sig. This is a $30 eBay gas pedal, which is pretty much just a knockoff of the more expensive one. And it is the same one that he has on his gun, and he has not had any problems with it. So I figured I would give this one a shot since it was a little cheaper, and if it doesn't work out, I can always buy one of the others. And the last thing that I did was I installed a flat trigger from Apex. Now this could have been one of the last flat triggers available from Apex. There might still be some out there in the supply chain, but Apex has since quit making the flat trigger. Now they said it was due to higher production costs or something like that, but it could also be because of the controversy surrounding SIGs supposedly shooting on their own. The flat trigger install was pretty easy. I mean, you can watch some YouTube videos and see how you don't really have to disconnect the spring or anything. So it took really 3 minutes to install. And as soon as I got it in, I started seeing if I really liked it. And I will say that I don't think it's too bad. It's not a game changer by any means. There's just that little bit of creep right there. It hits the wall and then breaks. I do like the feel of the flat trigger better than the stock trigger, but I wouldn't say that the flat trigger is a must-have. And I know that there are other manufacturers that make flat triggers, but there seem to be a lot of people with the Apex brand, so that was the one I went ahead and got. So as a whole, I really like the way the Sig has come together. Now the title of this video says I should have never bought this Sig P320, and I do legitimately mean that. However, the reason that I should not have bought this Sig P320 is because it is not optics ready. And I mentioned in a couple other videos that, you know, I'm not really big on optics, and I only have optics on one of my firearms. So at the time, it just didn't seem like that big of a deal. But as much as I'm liking the P320, I'm thinking this may be more of a go-to firearm for me, and I really kind of wish I would have got the optics ready. I paid $420 for this gun, brand new, and I could have gotten one for about $100 or $110 more that was optics ready. And I kind of decided to cheap out, and now if I want an optics ready gun, I'm going to have to pay $300 or so for an optics ready slide. I did check on eBay, and there are some aftermarket ones that go for a little under $300, but I'm pretty much going to be paying $300 if I want, with $300 minimum if I want an optics ready slide. And that brings the cost of the gun up another $300 and something on top of the $400 and something, not to mention the grip module, the trigger, and the gas pedal. And at that point, I could have just as well went ahead and bought a Legion. So I did kind of screw myself by cheaping out on this. I mean, other than it's not optics ready, I still love the gun. And not being optics ready is not going to make me like it any less. I just wish I had thought about it a little more and spent a few extra dollars and got the optics ready model. This is the tan or coyote or whatever Wilson Combat calls it. I know when I opened the package that it looked a little darker to me, almost like a green. So I'm not sure if it's going to come across on camera a little bit darker than what it really is. And even though it is darker than I was expecting, I do like the look of the gun as a whole. So I guess the takeaway is that in the future, if I'm going to purchase a gun, I probably should go ahead and get the optics ready model, even if I don't think that I'm going to put optics on it. And that way I don't regret it, because I've only had this gun about a month and I'm already regretting not spending the extra money to get the optics ready model. So that's going to do it. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, I would really appreciate it if you would hit the like button and consider subscribing to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you for watching.